All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. We're here in Seattle, game one of the American League Division Series. It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. On the hill for the Mariners, Logan Webb.
He has great stuff, Boog, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a true competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off, I can promise you that.
King steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Pena aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Touches the bag for one. A sensational double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
King steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher, Singy.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing, Boog. Just mixing barrels and bad intentions every time they face off.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Hard hit right side. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Still only one out here in the inning. Breaking ball, and that got him. Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat. Two on, one out. He hauls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. That is the inning. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We're through 5. It's the Mariners 3 and the A's 2. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. One out man at first. Now at the plate, Taylor King. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. That one's in there. That's strike one.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Runner takes off. Out to short. Wilson slings to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on their shortstop to make a play like that. It builds up confidence for everyone on his team. It might even inspire a few more web gems before the game is over.
King steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here. Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Bouncer to second. Geloff whips it to first. One out, bottom of the ninth. King with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable of more. They took the loss, and he might have dragged him down a little bit.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close two-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. Along with my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound today, Nick Lodolo. What's the scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
King digs in. This pitcher is in the Cy Young conversation for a reason, and this entire lineup knows it, Singy.
Yeah, it's not about doing too much. It's about staying within yourself and executing your plan.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And another ball. That one at triple digits.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Fastball for a strike. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He makes the grab. 2 down. We're in the second game of this division series. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King.
Well, it looks like they want to be real patient with him today. Make him come in the zone. Challenge these hitters. Make him work hard for his outs. Many times teams come in knowing that he can strike out the house. They're very aggressive because they don't want to fall into a 2-strike count.
That's too low. And now 3-0. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Here's Riley Green.
You have to be careful throwing and breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
2-2 down. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach.
There's 1 and 2. What a play. You got to be kidding me. Did you see that throw?
Not really, Boog. I mean, it happened in the blink of an eye, it seemed, but thankfully StatCast is here to help us out. I mean, you don't see many throws across the infield that get up into the 90s, so he really reached back for that one, and he had to get the out.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Good purpose pitch right there, trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
Ground ball left side. What a stop. Over to first. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
This is great work by the shortstop. He makes the throw across the diamond after the dive and just wasn't able to get it there in time. But I love how much he put into that play. And on the other side, he was really giving it his all down the line as well. Nice play on both ends.
Riley Green up next for the Mariners. And a 1-2. Now here's a flare off the bat. And he goes airborne to make the catch.
Great hops right there, Boog. He timed it just right to bring that liner down, and he saved a knock.
So a man at first. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Julio Rodriguez. The 1-2. There's a line drive to left field. And makes the grab. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. We're through 5. It's the A's 5 and the Mariners 1. This is the American League Division Series on the show. 1 down. Taylor King, the next to hit.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Splits the plate, and the count even at 1.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Over to first. Got him.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive. This team is riding pretty high right now, and you can tell the home team pretty confused as to why they're not getting it done. But it's a huge tone setter when you can take the first 2 games of a series, especially on the road. Now we'll see if they can back it up at home.
8-3 the final in this one. The A's are victorious. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. Live from Sacramento, California, MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Athletics. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, it's a lot to ask a team to come back from down 2-0, but it's been done before, and I know they're not lacking in confidence even in this tough situation, but it all starts with getting off to a good start in this one.
And when you're the team that holds the 2-0 edge in a 5-game series, you want to end the series right now.
Absolutely. Avoid any drama or doubt and finish the job.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Today's starting pitcher, Spencer Strider. What do we have on him?
Just electric stuff, Boog, and that fastball is no joke. He can move it around the zone, and it's not uncommon to see him pile up a decent amount of strikeouts throughout the game. He's the type of guy that allows the entire team to wake up feeling confident, knowing he's taking the mound.
King steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
First offering, runner goes. There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Man at second. Right through there for a strike.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push runs across as often as possible.
Next offering is fouled back.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
That one is absolutely belted. Grisham trying to get there. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Riley Green up next for the Mariners. He's trying for third. In the dirt. Throw bounces in, and he's safe.
Well, maybe he thought he should have gone for a triple instead of a double and just decided, I'm going to take third this way. Definitely using his legs to his advantage right here.
1-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
Popped in the air. Left field. One down. One down, runner at third. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Payoff pitch. To third, Muncy. Throws to first in time. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special.
There really is a different feel to the postseason. I only got 5 games of postseason action in my playing career, but I treasured each of them.
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And the tying run is on base.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Riley Green. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And here is Julio Rodriguez.
High pressure situation here. You can't afford to leave a runner at third in the postseason. It usually comes back to bite you.
2 on, 1 out. And he can't come up with it. Still finds a way to get off a throw, and he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game. No outs, runners at first and second.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And there's the strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Chop to the left side. Beats the second. Out there. A sensational double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
King digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2. Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Nice grab. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
First and second, no outs. Taylor King. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's a guy who does it all. That's outside. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. The 1-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Riley Green digs in for a critical at-bat.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. One runs in. Another comes in to score. 13-8 is our score.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Julio Rodriguez getting ready to hit.
The goal is to give your teammate a chance to score from third. There's a few ways he can get it done, but his best chance is to drive one in the air. Look for the right pitch up and then smoke it.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's a slider for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The 1-2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That one misses. Full count now. Cal Raleigh on deck for the ends. And a payoff pitch. And that's a strikeout looking. And that is a big first out.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Out towards right center field. Base hit and a run in to score. A second scores as well. It's a 2-run single. It's 15-8.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
Well, our scorecards are a mess after this one as we look at the final line.
Yeah, we're going to have to break out that old graphing calculator of yours for this one, Boog. We saw a ton of offense.
I don't think that's how a graphing calculator works, Siggy. 15-9 is our final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Welcome to Sutter Health Park in Sacramento, home of the Athletics. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Athletics. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just a win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that can put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill, the big righty, Kyle Bradish. What should we keep an eye on here?
Yeah, he battled through 7 innings last time out. He pitched well enough to get the win thanks to that offense. He'll look to turn in another quality start in this one.
One down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Taylor King. Bradish certainly has electric stuff, considered by many to be a strikeout pitcher. He might not be at the top level in that category, but strikeout's a big part of his game. Line drive, base hit, and that's a one-out single.
And he doesn't beat himself. I mean, he's going to throw strikes. He's not going to issue many free passes, and he's going to keep the ball in the ballpark.
Here's Riley Green.
So when you look at that, he's not completely preventing hitters from hitting home runs, but he's so consistent that you look up. By the time he gives the ball over, it's the 6th or 7th inning, and there's 1 or 2 runs on the board at most.
Runner on the move. Now fly ball to right center. Butler on the move to the alley. Makes the catch. Chance to double the runner off first. And they got him. Great defensive awareness there. And the A's will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. You're watching the American League Division Series on the show. King digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
Close, but call the ball. And that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it's a foul ball.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Here's a high chopper. Geloff handles, throws the first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth. Two outs and one in scoring position. Breaking ball, and that got him. Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat. The Mariners with the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 4 of this ALDS. Hit slowly on the ground. Throw short, hops him at first. Can't come up with it. He's safe.
Well, we're going to see throwing errors from third base from time to time, and that's a pretty good example of why. If you don't get behind the throw properly, it's really easy to throw a power sinker over there to first. And first baseman, I'm sure he wants another shot at that pick, try to bail out his teammate, but that was just a tough one to come up with.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot. The Athletics trying to protect a 2-run lead, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Chopped on the ground, and it gets by him to second, and he's safe.
Well, back within one as he brings home the run. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run's in. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run single, and they've taken the lead here in Game 4.
It's a clutch at bat and could be one of the biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
King steps in. They've got the edge, but the job is not done. He's looking to keep the line moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little insurance, Boog.
And the slider just misses. Helsley, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, a curve, and occasionally uses a cutter. Here's a 1-1.
That's the ball.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That one carrying, gone. So he blasts one out the other way, and they add to their lead. It's 5-3.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King. He's already homered in this game. Clips the corner, 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second,
You want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 0-2. Ripped to short, and that is that. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Hard of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. Seattle leads this one 6-3. This is the American League Division Series.
This team played extremely well to force this series into a Game 5. It's just like a Game 7. You win or go home. That Game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
(6-3) our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, Boog, the only negative here today is that the series is going to come to an end. As fun as it's been, I wish it could go on a few more games. And the way these teams have battled each other, and with some of the amazing moments we've seen in getting to this point, I think we're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Hard to imagine it won't be a classic, Siggy. I'm ready to see what surprises are waiting for us. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And today's starter, Logan Webb. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
King digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one.
Gore, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Man at second. That catches the corner.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
Ripped into left center, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they've taken the lead here in Game 5.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Here's Riley Green. Runner on the go. The other way. He's got it. throw over to first.
That is good. The catcher, Cal Raleigh.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Here's a 1-2. Into center and a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. In the dirt. And no throw. Both runners are safe. Two on, one out. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. He sends one out the opposite way, and they throw three on the board. It's 4-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Man at first, one away.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
The 1-0. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. Swing, and he popped it up. Geloff settles under it. 2 down.
The lefty, number 31. Up next for the Mariners, the right
King launched a homer in his most recent game.
Yep, that ball went out.
Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. 2-0.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Makes the catch for the second out.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
So up next, Taylor King. He's a guy who does it all. Singing Game 5 an elimination spot, and the spotlight is focused on this guy.
Everybody looks to the star players in big games like
Inside, almost got him. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in this decisive Game 5. King matched a homer in his last game. In the air, right field. Butler settles underneath it, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and it comes in too late. He's up to third in the flyout with 1 away.
The lefty, number 30.
Next to hit, Taylor King. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Two down, nobody on. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. But they go deep twice in the inning, both solo shots. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mariners 11 and the A's nothing. This is the American League Division Series on the show. And the Mariners are moving on. They're headed to the American League Championship Series.
Well, a really solid division series win. They can move on to the next round and I think relax a little bit more. Congratulations. Get ready for the ALCS.
Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. It's game one of the American League Championship Series. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Seattle Mariners. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Singy, this should be fun.
Well, you can feel the energy in the ballpark, and these two teams have fought through so much adversity to get here. When you get here, you forget about individual statistics and you play for the team. When a team is able to do that, they see themselves go to another level, and I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And taking the ball for Seattle, Nick Lodolo. What do we have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Taylor King in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
The 0-1. And that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single. Here's Riley Green. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Rodriguez was driving the offense for them in his last game with 5 RBIs. 2 on, 1 out. And that one lifted in the air center field. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And now a wide throw to third.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
So digging in, Cal Raleigh. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in game one of the ALCS. In the dirt, but no advance from the runners. Here's a 1-1. Now a pop-up on the infield. And the inning is over. Mariners leave a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Man at first, 1 away. King, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Pena leads off first with 1 away. Runner on the move. That smash towards center. Clark on his way over. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
King steps in. Team's still looking for that first run today.
Yeah, this is where leadership shows up. Not just the big swings, but quality at-bats.
That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Chopped left side. Toss to Alonso. What a play.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
King locks in. No need to press, but they could really use a leadoff base runner right here.
Yeah, all you want to see is a patient, quality approach. Pass the baton and chip away.
That's the ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results. In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He was all over that one. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Riley Green up next for the Mariners. In the dirt, blocked. In the air, left field. And it falls. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot. The tying run at the plate. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Well, that at-bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
The Mariners with the go-ahead run at the plate here in the late stages of game 1. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. 1 run's in. Runner held at third, and they'll be loaded again with nobody out.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
King stepping in now. 2-out RBI opportunity here.
A knock could be the gut punch that seals it. Pressure moment.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
2 on, 2 outs. That's off the mark, and the count now 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count.
You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2-0. Right through there for a strike. Schreiber, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Almost got him. The M's trying to break this one open here in game 1 of the ALCS. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Now he's challenging to call strike. And that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We're on to the 9th in game 1. The M's lead it 7-5. Last chance coming up for the Twins. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. King did a good job in the win.
Well, you'll never complain about getting a team win, Boog, but I think they expect him to make larger contributions than he did today. Nothing too bad, but nothing great either.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Seattle Mariners. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1, but this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. Towing the slab in today's game, Bailey Ober. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Really labored his last time out. 4+ innings, wasn't able to qualify for the win, but fortunately got a no decision and didn't take a loss. We'll see if he can get in the W column today.
King locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy. As a veteran out there on the bump, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Just missed. Right through there for a strike.
Taking all the way on 3-0 right there, and as a hitter, you're saying, why couldn't I get that pitch earlier in the count when I'm looking to swing?
3-2 now. Got him. 2 away.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end.
Well, like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that cost your team the season.
And that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. 2-0. Swing and a ground ball. Jones steps on the bag. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
King stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. Hit softly on the ground to third, and it goes just foul. Hit on the ground to short. Gonzalez in plenty of time to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. King digging in now. If baseball had a delete key, this is when you'd hit it. One big swing, and it's like none of it happened.
Call it the RBI erase function, Boog. Just need 1 line drive to clear the cache.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Here in Game 2 of the American League Championship Series. That one missed.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Here's a 2-0. Right through there for a strike. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Hard hit left side. Inning over. Although plenty of damage done. So they do get 4 runs across, but they end up leaving the bases loaded. We head to the 7th now in Game 2. The Mariners lead it 6-1. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Bases loaded. Nobody out. King will hit next. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Pitch misses there. Ball one. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges. The Mariners trying to break this one open here in the late stages of game 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Comebacker could be 2. There's 1. A sensational double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
King with a less than great game in this one.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got the win.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. It's buzzing in here ahead of game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. From One Twins Way in Minneapolis, welcome inside Target Field. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 with more or less just in this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound in this one, Ryan Pepio. What do you got on him, Chris?
Boogie pitched into the 7th, earned the W in his last start. He really needed that one. Well, this team needs another one today. We'll see if he can carry that performance into this game.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 3 of the ALCS. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
That one the other way. Jenkins takes it in for the out. One down. Two outs and one in scoring position. In there for strike one. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Look out. That fastball drilled him. First and second, 2 outs. Here's Riley Green. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. That one carrying. And brings it in at the wall. A couple of hits in the inning, but they can't get him home. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Twins 2 and the Mariners 1. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. This one belted, deep left field, on its way, gone! And they tie it up. It's 2-2.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
King stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
That one finds the zone. Strike one. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. This one's blistered, no doubt about it. Out of here, grand slam. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. A great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple, so stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
And up next for Seattle, Taylor King.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up. Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
In the air, center field. Nootbaar settles under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
So 2 down. Taylor King now at the plate. The 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to short. Gonzalez to first in time. And that is that. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. The M's lead it 11-3. This is the
This team has been truly dominant in the series. Up now 3-0. Pretty demoralizing on the other side. You want to get this thing over as quickly as possible. So stay focused, come back for the next game, and close out this series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
And your final 11-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. From Target Field in Minneapolis, we've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And getting to start, Simeon Woods Richardson. What do you have on him, Chris?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
King stepping in now. You look at the career splits, and it's just batting practice for him, Singy.
Yeah, this pitcher's ERA has a little dent in it thanks to this guy. Total domination.
King launched a pair of homers in his last game. Oh, 0-1 now. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Going back, reaching for it, and brings it in.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Nope.
Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Backed off the plate that time. The 2-1. And a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning. Here's Riley Green. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shine in the toughest moments.
And a base hit.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Swing, and he popped it up. Lewis. And there's one down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Cal Raleigh.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
2 on, 1 out. High in the air, out to right. Jenkins has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Aimed to score from third. And they tie it late here in game 4.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air, right field. And that'll do it. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 3 and the Twins 2. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King. 1 for 3. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
King thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. There's the strike. Well struck, right field. And that's going to bang against the wall. The throw in. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One out, runner at second. Riley Green up next for the Mariners. Tying run at the plate. In the dirt. And an excellent job keeping it right there. Now a pop-up on the infield. Keishel. 2 down.
And he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his bat down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play. Have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you...
Well struck left field. Just missed getting out of here and tying this game. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Twins 5 and the Mariners 3. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show.
You never want to come into a postseason series and get swept. You want to feel like you've had a chance. You've worked so hard to get here. They've still got a long way to go, but after this win in Game 4, maybe, just maybe, they feel like they've got a chance.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. From one Twins way in Minneapolis, welcome inside Target Field. We've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Minnesota Twins. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming your way next. And now here's the starter for Minnesota, Brady Singer. What do you have on him, Siggy?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
King steps in, facing a Cy Young candidate here, Siggy.
Yeah, time to go Nomar Garciaparra and tighten up those batting gloves, stomp the spikes in the dirt, dig in for battle.
That one misses. Ball 1.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Pena gets his lead at first. Nobody out. In the dirt, blocked. The throw into second. Safe. He beats it.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in Game 5 of the ALCS. Right through there for a strike. The count 2-1. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A 2-run shot. He's up to 3 home runs in the series, and the Mariners have the lead. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. There was a cutter away. Kind of works like a slider. You've got to stay on it, let it travel a little bit, and then get your arms extended. Really good piece of hitting right there.
King stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boo, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
Outside, that's the ball.
Two on, 2 outs. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
2-0. And that's a strike. What a stop. Over to first. And they get the out. Mariners leave a couple, but they hold the 2-0 lead. Game 5 of the ALCS. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. This one in the air, center field. Clark on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. First and second, 1 out. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in Game 5 of the ALCS.
Oh, that's out.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Base hit. Mauricio around third. There comes the throw. Safe. Now a 3-run lead, 7-4.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat. Two on, 1 out. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Two now. Base hit into right center. 1 run across. Throw comes in and holds a runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want. It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Splits the plate, 2-2.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at-bat.
Just misses the mark outside the zone.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Ground ball left side. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. Throw to first for the out as the run comes in from third. King starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance singing.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, these Mariners showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. 110 miles per hour, and man, that exit velocity, not every hitter's capable of getting that kind of jump off the bat, no matter how hard they swing.
.3-0 down. Here goes the runner. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. On the ground, right side. On to Gonzalez for 1 and 2. What a play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Stepping in, Cal Raleigh.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion. And he
looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. 1 left for Seattle. They're on top, however, 9-4. Now it's the right fielder, Taylor King. He's already homered in this game.
That's a ball.
Here's a 1-1. That one kicks away from the catcher. Throws to second. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the late stages of Game 5. Swing and a pop-up. Settles under this one. And that is that. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, due up. Seattle leads this one 11-4. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. And the Seattle Mariners are moving on. They are champions of the American League and headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the American League champions. These players have worked hard all season long, and their hard work has paid off. Now, off to the World.
For my partner, Chris Singleton, and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. We got this. Yeah, we got this. Let's do it.
This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. Coming up, Game 1 of the World Series on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Joined by my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. And our pitcher in this game, Logan Webb. What do you look for here?
Boogie pitched into the 7th, earned the W in his last start. He really needed that one. Well, his team needs another one today. We'll see if he can carry that performance into this game.
One down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. He's a guy who does it all. King with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
King launched a homer in his most recent game. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
King steps in now. This is one of those matchups that'll test every ounce of a hitter's approach, Siggy.
Yeah, if you get a pitch to hit, Boog, you better not miss it. You might not see another one all day.
That missed. That's the ball.
First and second, 2 down here in Game 1 of the World Series.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Outside ball 4. He walked them, and they are loaded.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Here's Riley Green. Game 1 of the World Series here tonight, and all he's hoping is that the success that he's had in the first couple of rounds continues.
The great thing, you're here in the World Series. Now just try to have fun, to perform.
That is the inning. And the Mariners strand the bases loaded. They're down 1-0. King digging in. Big-time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Singy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boogie's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
As we kick off the World Series, it is hard not to think about Kirk Gibson's incredible walk-off homer against Dennis Eckersley in Game 1 back in 1988. An iconic moment in baseball history. Foul ball there.
A lot of great game one moments, Boog. Alex Gordon's game-tying homer for the Royals in the bottom of the ninth in 2015 really sticks out for me. They went on to win that game in 14 innings.
Soft contact in the air, makes the grab, and there's 2 out. King locks in another RBI chance after a rough outing at the plate. Can erase all that right here.
Well, you got to stay locked in, Boog. And you know what? Sometimes the 5th time's the charm.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, I say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Man on second, 2 down. Base hit into the outfield. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 6-1. Now the left fielder, Riley Green. The 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and that'll get down for a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
On the ground to third. On to Jazz. Inning over, and it could have been worse. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. On to the 7th here in game 1. Mariners on top, 6-1. This is the World Series on the show. First and second, 1 out. Taylor King, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
First pitch just misses.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the late stages of game 1. In the air to left center. Pajas has a beat on it. 2 away now.
Up next for the Mariners, the lefty, number 4.
King did well enough for them. Had a single and an RBI.
Maybe not his best showing, but they got the win, and he should be happy about that.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. We're here in Seattle. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Seattle Mariners. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill in this one, Nick Lodolo. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Taylor King in the box now. No balls and a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first in time.
That is it. The lefty, number 31. The right fielder, Taylor King.
Here we go, Taylor.
The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man aboard now with one away. Here's Riley Green.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You got to be sharp.
One away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first here in game 2 of the World Series. Left field, and that'll get down for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with one out.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those can be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
Julio Rodriguez coming to the plate now in a big spot. All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. In the air, left field. Base hit, one run is in. Fires it to the plate, but it's offline. He will score. And they lead by 2.
Well, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Man at first, one away.
The right fielder, Taylor King.
And that's in there at the knees.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
On the ground, a second, might be two. Over to Seager. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Offense held in check there. 5 innings complete. It's the M's 5 and the Dodgers nothing. This is the World Series on the show. So 2 down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. 1 for 3. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the late stages of game 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Slice to right, and that is that. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Mariners 6 and the Dodgers nothing. You're watching the World Series on the show. King had a decent showing in this one.
Oh, Boog, not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. Still, always good to get a team win.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. We welcome you to Los Angeles. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
And Boog, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched. The first 2 games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. What do we need to know here?
Well, last time out, he's only able to complete 4 innings, but really battled. Didn't have his best stuff. I look for him to be better in this one.
One down. And now Taylor King. Yamamoto was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Oh, and he hit him. So a man at first. Here's the veteran outfielder, Riley Green. Runner takes off. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. In the dirt. Can't quite pick it. And that would have been a beautiful play.
Oh, that one right there had the looks of one of those plays of the week. Great diving stop, but he just couldn't set up to make a good throw. Maybe got a little too excited. He was probably feeling it as well, but either way, that's a tough play and a tough error.
First and second, one out. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. 2 on, 1 out. Bounce to the right. Chisholm on to first. 2 away. So up next, Cal Raleigh. In the dirt, blocked. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Two on, 2 outs. High in the air, out to right. Suzuki under it. And that's the 3rd out. Mariners leave a couple, and now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. You're watching the World Series on the show.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. Top of the 3rd, no score. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Here's Riley Green. And a payoff pitch. That's hard hit on the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. King rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. And they've taken the lead here in Game 3.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
No outs. Runner on second.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
No question about this one. It's out of here. A 2-run homer, and they boost their lead.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
King digging in. They've got the lead, but here's another chance to set the tone.
Yeah, but one good swing and suddenly they add to the margin. Every run counts as this game moves along.
Here's a rocket to right field. And there's one down. Digging in, Taylor King. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Nope, that's the ball.
Now one missed.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Man at second. That's outside. And now 3-0. Riley Green up next for the Mariners. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Man on second, 2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Riley Green digs in for a critical at bat. And that's a strikeout looking. Got him. In and over on the strikeout. 2 left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the M's 5 and the Dodgers 1. This is the World Series on the show. One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambu. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Dodger Stadium. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambu. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, number 77. What should we keep an eye on here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
And up next for Seattle, Taylor King. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. High throw, and he's safe with a stolen base.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure. He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Man at second. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Here's a 3-0. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Here's Riley Green.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
This one in the air, center field. Pajes in position. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Next to hit, Julio Rodriguez. 2 on, 1 out. There goes the runner in the dirt. Safe at second, and that was not close. Gets the outside corner with that one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground, right side. Base hit. 1 run is in. Fires it to the plate. It's offline, and he scores. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Two on, 1 out. That one finds the zone, and 1-1.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
High fly ball, right field. Suzuki settles underneath it. 2 down. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland, and man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Gets down, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So digging in, Riley Green. Runner on the move, and this one squirts away from the catcher. And now a man into scoring position. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Bautista, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. 2-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at second, nobody out. On the ground, Chisholm to first. One away here in the 5th.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh.
Now, as a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Little bouncer out in front of the plate, and that chance handled. Gets it to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. One down. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. First pitch misses.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike, and the count is 1-1. King with a homer in his last game. Full extension, makes the catch. What a play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
Man at first with 1 gone. And up next for Seattle, Taylor King.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Pena over at first with 1 away. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. See you later. A 2-run blast. And they add on. It's 11-4.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more four-seam action than there is sink, and that can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't miss a stitch on that baseball. All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
Final score in this one, 11-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. We welcome you to Los Angeles. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Taylor King, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Just underway, crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. King went deep in his most recent game. There's a swing and a drive. Pajes going back. And it's caught just in front of the wall. King stepping in now, facing a Cy Young candidate. Is like trying to hit a marble with a wiffle ball bat. Ever tried that, Singy?
I have, Boog. It helps tremendously with the hand-eye coordination.
King, a former Gold Glove winner, 26 years old, and a 4-time MVP, one of the faces of the league. Two down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Here's Riley Green. There goes the runner. Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mariners 1 and the Dodgers nothing. You're watching the World Series on the show. World Series Game 5. And stepping in for the Mariners, Taylor King. That one finds the zone. Strike one. King launched a homer in his most recent game. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And a good start to the inning. So up next, Riley Green. That one in the dirt and gets away. And now a man into scoring position.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in Game 5 of the World Series. Popped up. Chisholm under it. And there's one away.
No, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez. One out, the runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th. Puts it away for the out. And now the big-time power threat, Cal Raleigh. Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. That's a base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Two on, 2 outs. Rips that one to right. And that is that. Excellent work out of the Dodgers bullpen there. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Mariners 3 and the Dodgers nothing. This is the World Series on the show. Runner at first with 2 away. Taylor King up next for the Mariners. King with a homer in his last game.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results. He must have been looking for something else, because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Out to short, Seager. They take the force out, and that's the 3rd out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The M's lead it 4-0. You're watching the World Series on the show. One down. And up next for Seattle, Taylor King. That one missed. And there's a ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. And it's a called strike after the review. Still 2 challenges left for them. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Over to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Riley Green now at the plate. Alcantara, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a changeup, a curve, a 4-seamer, and he works in a slider. In the dirt. That's the third. Nice stop. Throw to first. In the dirt. Great pick. Got him. What a play.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
So runner at second, 2 down. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Man on second, 2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
And now Cal Raleigh. On the ground. And that chance handled to first, and the inning is over. Mariners leave a couple, but they still lead this one 4-2. And there it is. The Seattle Mariners are world champions.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
you